I should be streaming live. I'm streaming live through here, which is really cool. I am using the microphone on the iPad so you can hear what I'm saying. And I also am using this app called Hover. It shows if I am in a no-fly zone or not, and I'm not. It also tells me the weather to make sure that it is safe to fly, and right now it is safe to fly with a little bit of a breeze. It's not that much, especially since I got the DJI Phantom 3, which is really awesome. So today we're going to fly this with a little tutorial. It's a little bit cloudy, but it's and a little bit windy, but not that bad. So anyways, the first thing I'm going to do is to make sure that I have all my GPS satellites. We're using regular GPS and Russian GPS. Thank you, Russia. I'm going to set this down, start the engine, and do some fun things today. So, starting the engine. It started the engines, and right now also too, it set the location as a home point. So if I lose signal, it'll actually go back down to this point without any control from this. So if I drop my controller and it breaks, no problem. As soon as it detects that it's not connected, it's going to fly right back here and land, no problems. All right, so let's go ahead and take off. And here's something interesting too. Let's just say that I can see that I'm really close to this tree, and maybe with the wind and stuff, I'm afraid that the GPS is going to land it on top of the tree. Well, what I can do is I can actually move the drone wherever I want. Let's say that I want it to land right here. Nice open spot on my controller here. And you can't see it, darn it. I'm actually setting the home point for the drone where it is right now.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the left.
And I think that you may have heard that. So now, if I lose control, lose where it is, lose signal, it'll actually land right here. Lots of space, no problems for it to just to land here. So let's go ahead and take it for a little spin. It's going against the wind a little bit, so I'm taking it nice and slow today. Now, as I'm walking, I can actually see on my controller how high it is. I'm also going to make sure that I don't go straight up, and I'm going to move the gimbal down so you can see it go straight up. A little under 400 feet, because that is as high as you're legally supposed to go. And I'm not going to do anything illegal because
Maximum
192 feet. So I do not have to worry about this thing going into airspace that sky, and I'm watching it. So as I'm watching it, it's actually streaming right now live 720 feed to my controller. So I can see where it is. But legally, I'm supposed to be watching the quadcopter because it's not supposed to go out of my sight. So I'm actually watching the quadcopter as you are watching on the screen what it sees. One of the things also too is I'm so lucky to have a lot of space over here for it to roam around, not get in anybody's way. I don't want to fly over anybody's house. I'm definitely not flying where people can hear it. It's not buzzing over people's houses, or I'm not going over anybody's big party. And you're not supposed to either. I mean, think about it. This is for you to enjoy flying, not for you to buzz around somebody's house and spy on them. And I don't want to have anybody spy on me, and I sure as heck ain't going to spy on anybody else. So as I'm flying over here, you can see that I'm staying away from the houses and flying overhead, looking down. Very beautiful. And I don't want to cross any main roads either, because what happens if all of a sudden for some reason it loses power and it drops. Well, I don't want to drop on anybody's house. I don't want to drop on anybody's car. I don't want to be that person. So I got a big range right here. And I'm looking down to make sure I don't go past that that road. So now I'm back to, I can see it way off in the, it's way off in the distance. And what I'm going to do, instead of actually turning here and flying straight that way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn back this way so you can see the skyline. I'm going to move up the gimbal a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually fly sideways now. So now I'm flying sideways back to where I am. So it gives it a really interesting perspective of almost like you're sitting in an airplane and you're looking out the window. That is pretty cool. I like this. This is pretty neat. And I can also record everything that I'm doing to the, there you go, I'm starting to record. Now I'm recording to the actual chip on the quadcopter, so I can actually look at this footage later on and go, wow, that was so cool. So wind is picking up a little bit and flying sideways, sort of crosswind right now, only flying at 16 miles an hour. This thing is supposed to go a lot faster than 16 miles an hour. However, it feels like I'm flying into the wind right now. And I know if I pull backwards on the stick, I'll actually be going backwards. So let's go ahead and go backwards and fly this way. And I'm doing, once again, about 23 miles an hour, 24. So got a little bit better flight. So I'm going to go ahead and turn around this way and fly straight this way and see what kind of speed I can get. So I think that I'll be flying sort of crosswinded, and I'm up to 20 miles an hour, so it's obviously not to my back. Feels like it is down here on the ground. So we're going to come around this way, and we're going to make a nice, interesting landing, because we're still at a little under 400 feet. So we're going to go over here, and we're going to drop down to make it look like a landing right in the field. It's really nice. I mean, in between studying, I get out here and go flying, and it's really, really fun. I mean, I just really, truly enjoy this. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to back up to the edge of the field, because I can still see it, believe it or not. Can you hear the engines from here? I don't know if you can actually hear it pick up. But as I'm going forward now, I'm actually dropping in altitude. I'm at 350, really nifty. We're at 36, 37 miles per hour, so obviously we got the wind to our back right now. There it is, coming in, and now I'm at 95 feet, which is above all tree lines and power lines around here. So now we're going to spin around, whee, and come in for even more of a landing and do a flyby over the creek here. So now we're going to be in the field, 9 feet, dropping down to 50 feet, which is going to be perfect as we do this flyby. We're still above all the tree line, which is really neat. It's really pushing hard against the wind, and it's only running at about 24 miles an hour. The lines or anything, I've gone through here many times, so I know what's around here. And as soon as we get up here to the end, come back, and that will be our, actually we'll go right towards this tree. And since this is live, if I screw up, you're going to see a really awesome crash. We don't want to see an awesome crash though, do we? Here we go up. We're at really high above the tree. I mean, I could have stayed at 50. It would have been fine. And now let's go ahead and spin around and come back towards me. Oh, and the cool thing is too, you can see some really awesome things. So let's go ahead and fly right over me. Hey, who's that guy right there? Oh, it's me. Hey, me. So as we're flying over here, I'm gonna go this way, and I am at 70, 80, I'm at 80 feet. So I'm way above the tree line. And in just a second, I'm going to lose, I won't be able to see this, so let's go ahead and tilt this down. I want to make sure I can see the quadcopter at all times. And check this out. As you look in here, you can see the trees and paths and all sorts of cool things. But what's in here? I mean, what's in this little wooded area? Well, let's go up. I'm at 200 feet. 300. All right.
Maximum flight altitude reached.
393. Let's take a look in this little wooded area. And what is that? It looks like a little landing pad. So how about we go down and take a look. Let's go ahead and spin as we're going down. It's almost crazy. There we go. Let's go ahead and move over here. And it looks, well, it is a bridge. I see the drone, and right there is about as close as I want to get because I can't see where the bridge is, right? Looks like it's about 10, 15 feet above the highest tree, right? It could probably land right there, but probably not a wise thing to do, especially since I won't be able to see it. So I'm going to back out. How about that? Yeah, that's pretty fun. The cool thing is, as I fly to the left or right, even though I'm flying really at a crazy speed, the camera is really awesome where it stays nice and level. That's one of the cool things I like about this. So anyways, that is, oh, okay, one thing before we go, and I really gotta go because we're at 14 minutes right now. One of the really cool things that I like about this thing, and what I mean about that, you're on top of a big mountain, and you can fly backwards and up perspective of where you are. And I really love that. 50 feet in the air, 600 feet back. We're at 200 feet up, 50. Can you still see me? 300 feet up, 1,000 feet in front of me. And we're coming up on our maximum flight height.
Maximum flight altitude reached.
So there you go. There is an idea of the area that I get to fly in. Lots of area. No crazy place for it to drop out and hit anybody. And it's just so much fun. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the little tutorial and the fly and flying around my neighborhood. I enjoy it a lot. And now it's time to go in and start studying some more chemistry. So I'm going to follow my creek back to me and then go in and study more chemistry because that's the fun thing that I get to do is study chemistry. Oh, okay, so we've been flying and it's almost out of battery. So what it's going to be doing, it's going to be going to home. Oh, it's at 16 minutes. I guess we can wait for just a second to see it come back home. I'm still in control, still checking out the creek. I have 3 minutes left on this battery. And the home point the part, there it
Battery
is.
level is low. The aircraft will go to the home point in 10 seconds. Go home.
Alright, so now it's actually going home. So I'm not even touching this. I don't know where it is. Well, of course I know where it is. I can see it. But now it's actually going home. It says I have 2 minutes and 33 seconds left of battery power. I see it coming right back towards me. And the cool thing, like I said, is I'm not touching the controller. It knows, because of the GPS, where I am and where I'm located and how to get back to me. And since I reset where the quadcopter is going to land, I know that I can like just walk over there and it'll land right next to me. I saw a big bird up there in the sky and I'm just trying to rotate to see it. I can't see it. Oh well. Alright.
Landing.
So it's automatically landing. I'm walking over to the spot that we set for it to land. I can still control the gimbal, the yaw. It says I have 1 minute and 57 seconds left of battery power, which is plenty of time for it to land where it needs to land, which almost seems like it's right on top of me, but it's not. So, that concludes my flight and tutorial. It automatically knows where the ground is. I don't have to touch this thing at all. And use the ground. And it lands. Boom. So anyways, that was it. Have a great day. I enjoy flying these, and if you fly, definitely post some cool stuff up also. Alright, where is end live streaming? I guess I just turn it off. I don't know. Let's see how this works. Let's see, live streaming. I'm sure if I just turn off the darn thing, it'll stop streaming, won't it? Alright, that's what I'll do. I'll just turn off live streaming. Bye. Are you sure? Yeah.